eccentricities for black girl nerds.
Hello, Ashley. You look very beautiful today.
Love your beret.
Thank you. Thank you. I had to represent for you guys a little bit for the Frenchness of the show. I love how much energy and you're just such a breath of fresh air and what you add to the other characters. What do you think Mindy brings to the mix for everyone throughout the series?
I think she loves being a really good friend. I think that Emily, because she came to Paris to work, and it's very important to her to be in the workplace. I think just having, I love that you just said a breath of fresh air. In watching the series too, Emily gets kind of, like a lot of bad energy at some points. Or a lot of criticism for a while, and every time you're kind of like, oh, Emily, we just want to give you a hug, Mindy comes in. And what I love about Mindy is she's not just someone who's just there to nurture. She can comfort and call somebody out at the same time. And I just think she's so genuinely there for Emily, and also it shows the most empathy, because I think empathy is when you've gone through something and you don't want someone else to experience that same kind of hurt. And so you're there for them. And I think what she sees when they first meet on the bench is exactly who she was a year ago. This person who is expecting this life in Paris and is alone now and has been cut off from her family. And she recognizes that loneliness in Emily and doesn't want her to have to do that alone. So
I know something we definitely all need, especially as we're all isolated from each other. We need us a Mindy in our lives to pull us back. And
what would Mindy do? And it's always very helpful.
That might have to be the hashtag for the show. What would Mindy do?
Be fun.
We're going to have to add that. What I appreciate the most about your character is seeing some diversity. You know, when we think of French culture, we don't think of Asian people in France. And we have you there. And not only are you there, not as a mascot, you're being authentic. We get to hear the language in addition to the French. How important is it for you to kind of represent for Asian people in a space that we typically overlook Asian people?
Yeah, incredibly important and incredibly moving, and I'm really honored by it because, I'm someone who, and that's a testament to Darren Star and the team as well, because it's not like they were just like, let's put some color into this. They really wanted, I think the storyline that they've built for Mindy and the vulnerabilities and the empowerment that they've found in her and the colors that we've found together is something unlike I've seen. Already, especially of the high class caliber in a foreign country like Paris or in France. And for me, I grew up watching shows like Sex and the City and Friends. And I remember learning about life and relationships and being a woman and being a friend and living in a city. I'd never been to New York City until I was late into my teens, through those shows, and saying to myself, oh, I see myself in Rachel. I'm a Rachel, but sometimes I'm a Phoebe, and I'm definitely a Carrie. But the fact that, and I felt this way in Mean Girls too, when I saw myself on the poster for the first time, because I got that job by wanting to be the best singer, actor, dancer possible. And for me, I wanted to be able to be the best scene partner to Lily. It's just the two of them for all of the girls. And to bring the most out to the character that's supposed to be the levity and the heart as well for the lead of the show. That was very important to me. And the fact that so many young people, especially Asian American girls, but people of all races, will see someone of color not ignoring the fact that they are Asian American. But, I think so often too, and I was very confused with this too, is it's not enough to do colorblind casting or have diversity, but to understand that being Asian American has played a huge part in the person that I am today, and to let that be part of the narrative. And the fact that Darren it's one of the leads of this show, and I'm talking about it in third person because it feels that way to me. I'm so proud of it and so excited for people to watch that and to watch her in these costumes and these clothes and singing and being the most empowered version of herself and the most vulnerable version of herself in this kind of a show is just so important.
It was wonderful, literally a breath of fresh air from beginning to end. Thank you so much, Ashley, for your time. I truly enjoyed you, and I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions to it.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.